Today, on Beyond, she finally found her father after 31 years, only to have him die without her.
I was devastated. I cried daily. I wasn't there for my husband or my kids.
What was the pact they made that now has her confused and filled with guilt? Plus, a mysterious gift from her father leaves this woman wondering what she should do.
And you recently were wondering what to do with these, or
Yes.
Okay.
What should I do?
Will James solve her problem? Find out today on Beyond. Using his extraordinary psychic ability to communicate with spirits, he's transformed lives by unlocking mysteries and sharing secrets from the other side. James Van Praagh, best-selling author, renowned medium, and your connection to the world beyond.
Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you. It's good to see you all here, and it's good to see you at home. Is there someone here that has their father's old coins? Collection of old coins. Did you get them from some other place in the country? Another relative or someone send them to you?
Arizona.
Arizona, okay, thank you. Come on. He doesn't come alone, by the way, he comes with other people, all right? There's a lady here also with him. I'm not sure it's your mom, but there's an attachment there, hold on. But there's definitely an attachment there with him.
Yes.
His mother, okay. There's a mother feeling, so his mother is here with him. Okay, go on. And what is your first name, please?
Kay.
Kay, K-A-Y, K. Okay, Kay. Oh, so sweet. He said, you kept my memory alive, you're keeping my memory alive. And he said, she's really keeping my memory alive. And I know there's a video of him that you have where there was a video, was shot.
I don't know.
Would you have a brother?
Yes.
Could you ask the brother about a video?
I will.
Please?
I will.
Because I think he's the one with the camera.
Okay.
He's the one that shoots video,
Yes.
okay? He keeps on throwing this at me, that he's better than you would think he is. He's better than you think he is, okay? There's also a connection with this man as far as either not knowing his mother.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? Because she died when he was very young, or
Yes.
you understand that?
Yes.
Because he said, now I come here with my mom today,
Okay.
and he said one of the best things he's ever experienced with this was a reconnection with his mother.
Oh, that's good.
Okay? It's like a reunion in
Yes.
heaven.
Yes, good.
And he wants you to be happy for him, be very pleased with him, okay? Be very pleased with him. He keeps on going on. I tried my best, you know? I tried my best. I don't know if there were 3 kids.
2.
2 kids? A boy and a girl? Okay.
Yes.
Glasses. Someone has his glasses.
My mom.
Mother has his glasses. Okay. She really has his glasses. I mean, she
Yes.
looks at them all the time.
Yes.
And they're either on a stack of books next to the bed, or they're right there.
Yes. Yes.
Like, I would make a phone call and ask her.
I know they're there.
Okay, because they're right in a stack
Sure.
of books next to
Yes.
the bed, all right? And she looks at them all the time. He has time to do recreational things now. I'm going to tell you this. I don't know if there's fishing involved with this man.
Yes.
Because I keep on seeing a fishing pole here, or fishing poles here.
Yes.
And it's funny, because that's what he loves to do.
Yes.
I always want to go whale watching. I want to go out in a boat.
Yes,
Remember
yes,
this about the
yes,
whale
yes,
watching?
yes, he did.
Okay. Because he's talking about doing those things now. It's easier for him to do those types of things. It's just, it's a memory he has, but also he can relive those things in the spirit. We can create these realities if we choose to. Because there are many things that he gave up for his family that he wasn't able to do. He
Yes.
sacrificed a lot.
Yes.
And he wants me to tell you now he's able to live what he sacrificed for. He sacrificed out of. He can now live that, okay?
Good.
He's talking about giving your love to mom. Please let mother know I'm fine. And thank her for moving me around in the house.
Yes.
I don't know what this means. He's putting her in a different bedroom.
Yes.
She moved him into a different bedroom.
We had him all over the house.
Okay. I think he's on wheels because I'm
Yes.
moving him.
Yes.
I also want you to know, he's talking about the nickel collection and quarter collection, like books of coins of his. And you recently were wondering what to do with these, or
Yes.
okay.
What should I do?
Yeah. There's a little boy he's talking about giving them to.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
your
My
son?
sons, yes.
Yeah, please give them to them. They
Okay.
will like them.
Okay.
Keep them for them, please. Okay?
Okay.
I'll leave you with that. God bless
thank you. Thank you so much.
Someone here that has their father's old coins.
Your father's coins were the first thing that James talked about in this reading. Why do you think that's so important?
Because this morning I had him in my hands and I was looking at him. I said, Dad, I got to know what to do with these. I don't know what to do with them.
This morning?
This morning. And James told me, give them to my son. So that's exactly where they're going.
He has time to do recreational things now?
Oh, that was everything he loved. He loved to be outdoors and fishing and hunting and doing all of that. And I'm so glad he's getting a chance to do it because he sacrificed a lot for our family.
And I know there's a video of him.
James said there was a video made of your father. Someone has it, your brother.
Right, well, I was confused about that because my brother doesn't video, but my mother's brother does. And just 3 days ago, I was standing in the kitchen and talking to my dad, as I always do, and I said, Dad, I really wish I had a video of you, so that you could, I could plug it in and watch it. And I didn't know where I could get one. And now I know. I'm gonna call my uncle and ask him if he's got some. I know he's got some.
It's a love story, really, between father and daughter who were painfully separated when our next guest was just 4 years old. 31 years later, they were reunited for just 3 visits before her father passed away. What you're about to see was taped before the show. No one in our studio, including James, has seen it. Here is Sherry's story.
I just remember always being with my dad when I was little and being at my grandparents' house. Well, when I was 4 years old, my biological mother gave me up for adoption. Basically, I just felt lost my whole life. All I wanted was my dad. I tried several times over numerous amounts of years to find him. And I knew there wasn't a reason to ever forget him. And I was so thankful that he never forgot me. He was diagnosed with cancer. And I lost him. And now I feel like that 4-year-old little girl again because I lost my father. I just want to know my dad's still with me. I don't want to ever be apart from him.
Next.
I know your son had a vision of him.
Yes.
Understand? And he said it's real.
After 31 years of separation, her father promised he'd never leave her. Then he did. Or did he? Find out next on Beyond.
Hi, Sherry. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming here. I know you probably traveled far away to be here today, and I want to thank you very much. I hope I can help you. I know your dad passed away, and that's who you want to try and reach and connect with.
Yes.
Okay. Was he a middle child, by the way?
Yes, he was.
Because as I tune into you, I get him around you. He's right behind you. He's been with you all day long, and I know you know that because he's been poking at you and like pushing your hair around. And you felt someone touch your hair? Makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you comment on that earlier? Thinking, oh my God, my hair, someone's behind me? And you knew it was him, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know who the birthday is in June, please, or early July.
My birthday.
Your birthday. Okay, well, he was there for your birthday, and he said that you knew he was going to be there for your birthday. Great, I understand that, because he always made a promise to be around you. He was always, birthdays are big to him, okay? Anyone with the name of Linda or Lynn? Around?
My middle name's Lynn.
Your middle name is Lynn.
My
So it's Sherry
daughter's-
Lynn?
Yeah.
Okay, was there someone named after you? Named after someone with that name, Lynn?
My daughter was named after me. I gave her my middle name.
Oh, your daughter's named after, okay, your daughter's name is Lynn. Oh, okay, well, there's a person named Lynn. He's also shown me sports, sporting things, or something to do with sports, okay? Got you. When he passed away, were you not there at the time of his passing?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't there, were you? Because he's telling me you weren't there when he passed over, and he said she feels guilty about not being there when I died, and he said that's the reason why you're here today. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, guess what? You don't have to do that to yourself anymore. Got you. He knows the other kids were there, some other kids were there, and he said, he's good, sense of humor. He said, see, you have your own special time now with him, okay, which they don't have. Also want to ask you, did they attempt to operate on him, please?
Yes,
and
they
remove
did
some
operate
tumors
on
or
him.
something? Because he talked about them operating at least a couple of times. He hated all the weakness. He said he felt very weak for a while, And he just wanted to leave. He just wanted to go. He didn't want to stay anymore. And he's telling me the most embarrassing thing was how he looked. He did not like to look frail. He was a person who very much cared about his looks.
Yes.
Understand that? That was a big deal to your dad.
Handsome.
Yeah. Well, he still is handsome now. He's very handsome. But he was concerned about that. He was worried about, losing weight and that's the whole thing, okay? I want to ask if there was a son of his. Did he have a son?
No.
Okay. Do you have a son?
Yes.
There's a connection with him and your son in some way, all right? I got to give this to you. There's a connection with you and your son. I don't know if your son, got you, had a vision of him.
Yes.
Understand? And he said it's real. Okay? Said it was real, right? And you were asking him, Dad, was that you? Daddy, was that you? Daddy, was that you? You understand? Okay, good. It was him. Okay? It was him. You did a lot for me, he said. You did a lot for me. You did a lot too much for me. You did too much. And he's a man who cannot take, he had a hard time receiving love. He had a hard time receiving things because he also gives a lot. He gives more than he receives, this man. Okay? Was this your adopted father or your biological father?
My biological father.
But was there an adopted father also? Was there someone adopted in the family?
My adopted father's still alive.
Oh, okay. So there is an adopted father. Okay. You have him crying. You have him crying because he made a pact with you that he would never leave you again. You understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And he still, after he came to you, after you got back with him. All right. He's still telling me he's not leaving you. He's just in a different form. You understand this? It's just in a different form. And he cherishes the times you were together. And he told you all about the history. There was like family history. He told you all about things. He gave you things, the family. You understand this? Because he gave you things that belonged to his mother and these sorts of things. You understand? He gave these things to you, he said. Family items, heirlooms, these sort of things. I know there's been a family tree or a history. Understand this? You either have a book of it that he was talking to me about that he gave you or something? Okay. All right. Oh, he's very emotional himself. And he said his life was fuller since he met you again. And it was like he relived his life over again. Understand that? Yeah. And that's the feeling he had. And it's funny because now I understand why he talks about birthdays meaning so much to him, because he always wanted to celebrate your birthday with you.
Does he get married on my birthday? Are you married?
Okay. It was a big deal. Okay. He's sorry. He's still saying to you, he's told you over and over again how sorry he was when you were given up for adoption.
It wasn't his fault.
I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't. A long time ago and young, they were young or something, being very young. And again, he keeps saying he'll never leave you. He'll never leave you, okay? Okay. Okay. All right? All right, sweetie? Okay, I'll leave you with that, okay? Okay, God bless.
Next.
No one knows unless you've been there. It's like it was just a part of me that was taken away.
Has Sherry finally found that lost part of her soul? Or does she still feel her father deserted her? The answer's next on Beyond. Sherry finally found her biological father after 31 years of separation. Then the unthinkable happened. He died without her by his side after they made a pact to stay together forever. Does Sherry now believe her father didn't desert her?
I don't know if your son had a vision of him.
Sherry, I have to ask about your son seeing your father's spirits.
That,
What has he told you about that?
I think when he was mentioning that, it was only several weeks after my father passed. My son, who's 7 years old, came into our bedroom. And this is before I ever read any James Van Praagh books, anything. I never believed in, I had no belief. And he came into our room and said somebody covered him. And he thought it was Grandpa. And my husband told him to go back in his room, that it was nothing. And he said it happened twice more after that, and he got into bed with us that night. But the next morning, we both looked at each other, and I said, I felt really strange last night. And my husband agreed that he felt strange as well. Like, when Josh came into our room, our father's spirit was in there as well. I can't explain the feeling, but I know that's what he's talking about.
Because he always wanted to celebrate your birthday with you?
Well, my father was really into family. He's got the same values as I, even though we both grew up separately. He was in California, I'm from New York. We've only seen each other 3 times, but when I finally connected with him and found him after all these years, he had the same values that I had as far as family being important, birthdays, we make a big deal. It's like even though my half-sister, through him, and my stepmom and him, they live so far away, I would make, because our birthdays are all in the summer and theirs are all in the winter. And my kids, they love cake, so I'd make a cake.
Since your father was separated
like on my
from
father's
you.
birthday.
Yeah, it seems like he was still thinking about you.
And we'd call up before cake time. We'd always have it at dessert, and we'd sing happy birthday to my father. And then we would enjoy his cake, long distance.
His life was fuller since he met you again.
What is it you love? Because you didn't really know him that well.
I didn't up until 4 years ago. Within 4 years, he gave me my whole life back.
What is it you love so much about your father?
He's a part of me. He's a part of me that was gone. He made me a whole person again. When I was 4 years old, all the way up until 35, I just felt lost, like a part of me. I had a lot of family, friends tell me just to give it up and to go on. I mean, I have a loving husband, 4 children. No one knows unless you've been there. It's like it was just a part of me that was taken away. And when we connected again, that very first time we set eyes on each other, I can't even explain to you. I don't believe in magical things, but something magical happened inside of me. It happened in my heart.
Because he made a pact with you that he would never leave you again.
Your father made a pact with you that he would never leave you. Do you believe that?
I do now that he told me again. He gave me so much love in just 4 short years that some families that live together forever probably wouldn't have what I have. In just 4 short years, he made up for everything. I mean, I have so much family history I never had before.
If he were here today, what would you tell your dad?
That I love him and I'm never gonna stop loving him.
If you'd like to be part of the Beyond Show audience and have a chance for a reading with James, call our toll-free number, 1-866-88-JAMES, or go to our website at thebeyondshow.com.
Did the reading with earlier who actually only met her father 3 times. I just wonder, how do you do a reading for someone who actually hardly know the person that they're asking you about?
Well, I think that, you know, they know each other through many, many lifetimes also. You know, I really do believe that at a soul level they know each other, but...
Now that confuses me even more.
Well, that's another show.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
do that
another
like that.
show.
But that love bond that they have in this life, that they established, they talked on the phone probably and knew things about each other. I mean, that never dies. Love never dies. That bond of love they had together. And he'll be looking after her from heaven. I mean,
So if someone comes to you and they hardly know the other person, you can still do a reading, is what you're saying?
of course, if they knew them on Earth, I can do a reading for them. If they didn't know them on Earth at all, I wouldn't be able to do the reading.
Gotcha.
It makes sense then.
Okay.
Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you then.
Where do our loved ones go when they pass away? Is it like a physical place?
Existence is very real. It's very solid. We don't see it in the physical world because it's not of the physical world, it's in the dimension. But in that dimension, it is very real and very solid. Okay?
Would you stand up for me, sir? Let me get over there to you. And tell us your name, please.
My name is Ryan.
And I know what you're going to ask me because I'm psychic. No, it's not true. Go on.
I was wondering about those individuals who have had near-death experiences, whether they see that white light. What is that all about?
There are all different types of near-death experiences. Some do experience the white light or the tunnel. Other people experience relatives who have passed over into spirit. Every experience is very different depending on that individual. But indeed, they have had near-death experiences where there is that white light around them.
What is that white light we always hear about?
Well, you know, we talk about when you pass in the spirit, you go to the other side of the spectrum of color. When you put all the colors of the spectrum together, it forms white light. And they say that's where you go to. So the song Over the Rainbow really is very true. You go over the rainbow, you go to the other end of the spectrum, into that light. Okay?